Hello and welcome to my science tutorials. In today's video, we are going to be looking at how to solve trigonometric equations involving basic identities. Before we begin, if you are new to my science tutorials, kindly consider subscribing and pressing that notification button so that you don't miss any of our latest tutorials on biology, chemistry, mathematics, and physics. So let's begin. So we want to first of all start with an example. So we have 2 sine squared theta is equal to sine theta. So we have to find theta for this example. So let's go ahead and write down the solution. So we have 2 sine squared theta is equal to what? Sine theta. So from here we just move sine theta to this side of the equation. So we have 2 sine squared theta minus sine theta is equal to what? 0. Now we can see we have sine theta common between this. So we factor out sine theta, then we have here 2 into bracket sine theta minus 1 is equal to 0. So if we use this to multiply through, we get, if we multiply sine theta by 2 sine theta, we get what? 2 sine squared theta, and then sine theta by negative 1, we get negative sine theta, as we have over here. So from here we can say sine theta is either equal to 0 or what we have over here, 2 sine theta, okay, minus 1 is equal to 0. All right, so now we need to look at what the values of what theta that will be equal to what? 0. Okay, or someone can say from here we have theta to be equal to what? Sine inverse of what? 0. Now if you punch that into the calculator, you're going to get what? 0 as an angle. Now it's not only 0 that can make what? Sine theta 0. Okay, other angles can also do the same. So angles like 180 degrees, sine 180 is also equal to what? 0. And then sine 360 is also equal to 0. So these 3 angles, if you put them over here, you get 0. So for this particular one, the solution set is what? 0 degrees, 180 degrees, and 360 degrees. Alright, so we come here, we have 2 sine theta is equal to what? Positive 1. We send the 1 to the other side of the equal to sign. So we have here sine theta is equal to 1 over 2. That is, we divide both sides by what? 2. So from here, theta is equal to what? The sine inverse of what? Half. So if we punch that into the calculator, we are going to get what? 30 degrees. But 30 degrees is not the only angle that can give us what? Half. Another angle that can also give us half is what? 150 degrees. So it means the values of what? The values of theta, okay, that will make what? 2 sine squared theta to be equal to what? Sine theta are 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 150 degrees, 180 degrees, and 360 degrees. So this is the solution set for the angle theta. Alright, let's have a look at example number 2. So for example number 2, we have the equation. We have to find the truth set of the equation 3 minus 3 cos theta is equal to 2 sine squared theta, and then the value of theta lies between this 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Alright, so let's write down our solution. We have over here 3 minus 3 cos theta is equal to what? 2 sine squared theta. Now we can see we have 2 different trig identities over here. We have cos theta and then sine squared theta. We can work when they are different. We need to convert them into the same, either cos or sine, so that it can be easy for us to work with. So for us to do that, we need to look through and see which of them we can change. Now from here we can see that we have what? Sine squared theta over here, but we know that one of the identities of trigonometry is what? Sine squared theta plus what? Cos squared theta is equal to what? 1. But we know this is equal to this. So it implies that what if we make sine squared theta the subject, we get what 1 minus what cos squared theta. Now this saves us. So from here we just have the equation, we write it down, 3 minus what 3 cos theta is equal to 2. Now in place of sine squared theta, we now input the value 1 minus what cos squared theta. Okay, so from here we have cos, we can go ahead and solve our equation. So we have 3 minus 3 cos theta is equal to what 2 minus 2 cos squared theta. So let's group like terms over here. So we have here 3 minus 2 is equal to what negative 2 cos squared theta plus 3 cos theta. Okay, so we have over here 3 minus 2 is 1 is equal to what 3 cos theta minus 2 cos square theta. All right, now let's bring everything over here to the other side of the equal to sign so that we get all of them, so that we have it being equal to 0. So we have, if I send the negative 2 cos square theta over here, it becomes positive 2 cos square theta. Then this becomes negative, so minus 3 cos theta. Then the 1 is still here, so plus 1 is equal to what 0. Okay, so from here we can see that we cannot solve further because we have cos, so we need to what let something be something. So for us to continue, we say let cos theta be equal to y. Now if we say cos theta should be equal to y, it means in place of what we have over here, we will now have 2y squared. Okay, but y is what cos theta, so this is simply what 2 cos squared theta as we have over here. So minus 3y, where the y is what cos theta as we've defined over here, plus 1 is equal to 0. So now we can see that this is now a simple quadratic equation for us to solve and get our answer. So we have the coefficient of y squared term is what 2. We multiply it by 1 is still 2, which two values when we add or subtract we get negative 3. So we have 2y squared minus 2y minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. So over here we have 2y common, so we factor out 2y, and we have y minus 1, then which is equal to minus what 1 outside bracket, then we have y minus 1 is equal to 0. So from here we have what 2y minus 1, then we have y minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have 2y is either equal to this, we'll go to the other side of the equal to sign, becomes 1, or we have y is equal to what positive 1. So from here we have y is what half, or y is positive 1. All right, so let me get some space and then we continue. All right, so from here we continue, but we said what cos theta should be equal to y, so it means the y being half or 1 is not our final answer because we say cos theta should be equal to y. So from here we can say what cos theta, which is the y over here, is equal to what half, or cos theta is equal to 1. Okay, so now that we are able to see that, we can go ahead and solve for theta. So theta in this case will be what cos inverse of what half, or theta over here will be what cos inverse of what positive 1. So in this case cos inverse of half is what theta is equal to what 60 degrees, but it's not only 60 degrees that can give us half. Another angle that is what cos 300 will also give us half, so it's also part of the solution. And then theta over here, cos inverse of 1 is what 0 degrees, but cos 360 is also what 0 degrees, so 360 is also part of the solution set. Now whenever you find one angle, try to see if there is any angle that also give you the same value. Okay, most of the time you either add Okay, so in this case we have 60, so if you add 300 to 60 it will make 360. So try and check whether 300 will also work in this case. So in this case we have 60, we have 300 over here, so this is 360. Okay, since we have 0 over here, we use the 360 and it's also giving us the angle we have over here. So assuming we have 20, 360, half of it is what, 180. So if you have the angle to be what, 20 degrees as an example, try and see if the angle 160 will also give you the same answer, because this plus this will give you what, 180. Okay, so it's either equal to 180 or 360. Use any of this and you should be able to get your answer. This is just by the way. Okay, so it means our solution set, or the truth set of theta is such that what, we have theta such that theta is equal to what, 0 degrees, and we have 60 degrees, we have 300 degrees, and we have 360 degrees. All right, let's have a look at one final example. Example number 3. So we have to find the truth set of the equation over here. So we have 1 plus sine x is equal to 2 cos square x. All right, so from here we say what, 1 plus sine x is equal to 2 into bracket 1 minus what, sine square x. Okay, so where from the sine square x, this is from what, the fact that we said but what, cos square x plus what, sine squared x is equal to 1. So if we make cos square x the subject, to get what, 1 minus sine square x as the value of our answer over here. So from here we can proceed. We have 1 plus sine x is equal to 2 minus 2 sine square x. Okay, so let's group like terms and see. So we have sine x over here, then plus 2 sine square x is equal to, we have 2 over here, we bring the 1 over here, so it becomes minus 1. So this is what, sine x plus what, 2 sine square x is equal to what, 1 over here. So let's bring the 1 over here. So we have, let's rearrange it. We have 2 sine square x plus sine x, then the 1 will come here to become what, negative 1 is equal to 0. So from here we said let y be equal to what, sine x for us, so that it will be easy for us to solve our work. So from here we have 2, and then we have what, y squared plus what, this will be y minus 1 is equal to 0. So all we need to do is to solve this to get our answer. So we have over here 2y squared plus 2y minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. So we factor this out. We have 2y into bracket y plus 1, then minus 1 into bracket y plus 1 is equal to 0. So we have 2y minus 1, then y plus 1 is equal to 0. So which means our 2y minus 1 is either equal to 0 or our y plus 1 is equal to 0. So from here we can say our y is equal to what, a half, or our y is equal to what, negative 1. But remember we said what, let y be equal to what, sine what, x for us. So it means our sine x is either equal to what, half, or sine x is equal to what, negative 1. So in case of sine x being equal to what, half, we can see that our x will be equal to what, sine inverse of what, half, and then our x will be equal to what, 30 degrees. Now what do you add to 30 degrees to make it 180? Okay, so that is 150. Now sine 150 is equal to half. Yes, so 150 is also part of the solution set for this. Now for x over here, we have sine inverse of what? -1. Now sine inverse of -1, that is what? -90. But then we don't need negative angles over here, so we add that -90 to 360 and we get 270. Now 270 sine 270 is equal to -1. Yes, so our x over here is what? 270 degrees. So it means the truth set of the equation in this case is such that s is equal to what? 30 degrees, 150 degrees, and 270 degrees. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.